This is Overtime inside the Casino Rama Grill Room. Gareth Wheeler with you, with the author, Rob Higgins, of course, the author of this book. You're going to see right here. It's Fantasy Hockey, Rob Higgins Hockey Fantasy Index. And Rob, of course, is the fantasy hockey season. Everyone's drafts are done. Opening night is tomorrow night. I know that you got your eye on a couple goaltenders to emerge this season, and one guy is the new man between the pipes in Chicago.
Yeah, it's hard to deny that Marty Turco comes with value. He's a player that's been sort of written off, and he's back from the dead, so to speak, when it comes to the fantasy hockey conversation. But Marty Turco, as the goaltender for the Chicago Blackhawks, a team that's undervalued because everyone's assuming the Stanley Cup hangover is going to keep them down, but they're still a competitive group led by Captain Sirius, and I think they have enough on the back end there that Marty Turco is essentially going to be a third defenseman for that team. He's one of the best puck handlers, and that team is able to make goaltenders look better, and they can take Marty Turco, a veteran guy that's been written off in most leagues, and provide him with the ability to provide you value.
A lot of people wrote off Turco, and I wonder if he struggles out of the gate, whether they pull the plug on him quickly and bring up or go out there and get another goaltender.
They might, but I mean, to think that Corey Crawford is ready to take over that team's goaltending situation, I don't think that's the case. Chicago knows what they have in Turco. He's an established guy. He's a smaller goaltender, and that's why people aren't as into players like him anymore. They like bigger goalies that can do like what the Monster does in Toronto, and Marty Turco is sort of a throwback in that regard, but his context is everything, and context in fantasy hockey, is, as you well know, is what drives value.
Yeah, I could just see them if Turco doesn't work out down the stretch, then making a call to Minnesota. Hey, what's Jose Theodore doing with your farm team right now? To me, there could be interchangeable parts in that position in Chicago if things don't initially work out.
No, I could see that too, especially for a playoff situation, because they might want more insurance than Corey Crawford.
Let's talk about the goaltender in Los Angeles in your eyes, and that's Jonathan Bernier.
Yeah, everyone talks about Jonathan Quick as a goaltender that emerged last season and think of him as a viable #1 option in net, and I guess he is in some respects, but I see Jonathan Bernier as this year's Antti Niemi. He is a dominant usurper, as I like to refer to them. Nice. A guy like Corey Schneider in Vancouver who's just so good that he's going to find a way into the NHL, whether it's with Vancouver or via trade. Mike Gillis might exactly move a player exactly like that to bolster their forward core. I think Jonathan Bernier in Los Angeles is poised to be this year's Antti Niemi. Take out Jonathan Quick, who had huge struggles down the stretch winning hockey games for that club. I don't think this is a lock, and he is so good that Jonathan Quick, I think, is one of the worst goalie values this year in the NHL.
A lot of hype around the Kings. He could be the man. Take him and stash Bernier for now. You can hear Rob on NHL Home Ice on the radio every Friday. Rob, what time?
2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time.
Everything fantasy hockey. He'll be dropping some cherry bombs on you. Quite possibly. We'll see you next time right here on Casino Rama Grill Room Overtime.